Hi and welcome back to Chop's Garage, a real life car trading channel, and I've got a lot of running around to do, so let's catch you up on what's going on. So a bit of a different day today. I've got a lot going on in terms of driving cars about. So firstly, I've got to take the EOS down to Bridgewater. I'm driving it down there to meet a lady's son for him to look it over. She's going to come from London to buy it if he's happy with it. She's already put a deposit down on it, which she understands is non-refundable. Because I'm turning other people away from the car. So I'm taking it down for him to be happy with. If he's happy with it, she's going to book a B&B and come and pick up the car at the weekend potentially, which means I'd need to rush it for an MOT. Hopefully it doesn't need any bits, so I might tell her to wait until that's been done. So that one I need to take down to Bridgewater, which I need to do in a minute. As soon as I'm back from that, I need to grab the Mocha here that's back from its MOT and take that to a gentleman down the road who's had an accident and he's had his loan car taken back off of him, so he now can't drive to me, but he's had an insurance payout, so he's ready to go. So I've got to take the Mocha down to him, which, looking at it, could do with a rinse off before I do. I've got the MOT result here. I spent a lot of money on this car. Where is the MOT for that one? I spent a lot of money on all my cars, didn't I? That's the Doblo, which is I think it got combined £1,000 between two bills there. Yeah, it has. That Doblo's got £1,000 between two bills there. And that wasn't even a bad car. And then the Mocha here, what have we done on that? They put some diesel in it for me. They've done the front brake pads, front number plate, offside and near side lower suspension ball joints, offside headlamp bulb, rear brake discs and pads. They've renewed intermediate exhaust system and gasket, renewed offside and near side subframe mounts, and renewed all four tyres and done the alignment. So we've got all four tyres on it. We've got discs and pads there. We haven't got discs and pads there. They seem to be all right. Well, they're just pads there, I think. We've got exhaust system, everything on this. So hopefully this guy is keen to buy it. He wants to negotiate a deal. Obviously, I'm less inclined to negotiate a deal after spending £1,000 on a 2014 110,000 mile Mocha, which I think I'm selling for 4,995. It's an automatic, so it's worth more than the normal one. I really don't feel that there's any sort of, that's a little bit below Auto Trader recommended, I believe. I don't think there's an awful lot of negotiation to be done, is there? Coming down below, I don't think there's really any need for a discount on that at all, do you? Right, so once I've done that, better close the door for my invoices blow away. Once I've done that, I then need to hop in the Nissan Note I've got at the back there and take that out to a subscriber near Torrington on my way home, because his dad wants to get a new car and I had to say to him I couldn't see him during the day because I had too much going on. So I'm going to drive that to him on the way home and have a look at his Citroen C1 in part exchange. That will be that. This car is losing me currently £380 at the sale price I've got it up for. So my only opportunity to make my money back is to take a part exchange. So it's fortuitous that he does have a part X. So it means shifting two cars to make the money off one car, but it's better than losing money. So part X's can save your hide there. So yeah, a lot going on. I'm going to get all my gear together and head off to Bridgewater, and I'll update you on how it all goes. So I'm back from two runs. EOS down to Bridgewater. The son really liked the car. He pointed out some of the marks on the body, but they'd already been pointed out to the lady on the video, so I don't see any reason why that would put them off. And he drove it, good long drive, drove fantastic. He thought he drove fantastic, so he thought the gearbox again was super smooth, the engine loads of punch, so I don't know why they wouldn't go for it, but we'll wait to hear on that. Then I came back and swapped out to the Mocha. I took that down to the gentleman. That one's a little bit more complex. He liked the car, but he's awaiting insurance money payout and said he didn't really want to be without a car. I don't know if he thought I would let him have the car. He said, I've got £1,000. I said, well, I have to be paid in full for a car to leave a car behind. I can't leave it behind for £1,000. He wanted to negotiate a price, and I showed him the £1,200 bill of the work being done. I said, well, you can go and buy another one, but then have to put tyres on it yourself a few months later and discs and pads a few months later, and you'll have spent more than the difference between what I want for my car. He then told me that he'd been quoted £2,000 insurance by his local broker. I said, that sounds really high. He is on a real budget, this guy. I said that sounds really high. I think there's a lot of money to be saved there. I've just took some of his details and did a little run through confused.com and it was coming back at like £700. So I literally need to check whether there's any information missing he's given me, but I think there's a lot of money to be saved on there. He said, can you do something for me on the road tax? I said, well, giving you money off the car is the same as giving you money towards road tax. It's still money coming out of my pocket either way, isn't it? So unfortunately, I can't really help you with the road tax either. So how that'll play out, I think he still wants the car. I think he wants it off me. Apparently he dropped his other car back. He bought a really new car for quite a lot of money, 30 grand or something, and then didn't get on with it at all, and there was a fault with it, so he used that as an opportunity to give it back, which I guess you could say is a warning signal for me. But he just said he wants a cheap car to throw the dogs in and run around in. So he's given that back, but they haven't actually given him all his money back yet. They haven't given him all his cash back yet. So they were supposed to have on Monday, and it's now Tuesday. So that's the reason it's a bit of a hold up for him. So I'm going to give him a call and let him know about the insurance side of things, and say perhaps his friend needs to sharpen his pencil a bit more. And then hopefully I'll hear on the EOS. Now what I've got to do is, after I've done that, is get the Nissan Note out and take that down to our subscriber's dad's house and see if he's going for the Nissan Note, which is, I say, all really dependent on a part exchange, because if I sell it as it stands, I'm actually losing money. Well, there you go. It's about 7. I've just finished up with the subscriber's mum and dad, who had a little go in the Nissan Note here, which they liked a lot. They are going to part exchange their 2010 Citroen C1 VTR, which is a nice 4-door, 66,000 miles. They've always sold well for me, so that should bring me back from the brink of a loss on this little Nissan. I've just got to take it back, get them an invoice over, then they're going to swap them over on Friday, and we'll be good to go. So what a bit of a crazy day that was. So potentially we've got the chap says he wants the mocha. He's just waiting for his money to come through, and he has been chasing me for days on that, waiting for Morse to get it ready. So I suspect he will do that. I'm waiting on hearing the lady that I haven't heard from the lady yet. I took the car to see her son down at Bridgewater. I normally say in sales, if you go for 3, you'll get 1 yes, 1 maybe, and 1 no. Hopefully, I'm hoping as a result of all the run around today, we're going to end up with 3 yeses. But I shall have to report back to you probably in the morning. So if you remember this little Perso I got with 30-odd thousand miles on it, 1.6 HDI, and I sold it to PT. Well, he's had a little play with it, doing all the paint. If you remember, it was sort of fading up here. I think he had a mark down on the wing there and on the corner of the bumper. Look at Petey's paint job. He's done a lovely job. He's done a lovely job, hasn't he? He'd almost catch up with me on the rattle cans, wouldn't he? But this thing now, with that done on it, is looking absolutely mint. Trouble is, apparently his wife doesn't want to drive it, so it is up for sale. I can give you Petey's details if you'd like. Petey, what do you want for this? I don't know. Was it 30? How many miles? 30,400. Did it? Shouldn't have sold it to you, should I? Shouldn't have sold it to him, guys. Straight for its MOT as well. I didn't make any money out of the bugger either. I mean, it's got to be 3,495, isn't it? I'd have said 3,495 with 30,000 miles on, new MOT, and he's done all the paintwork. So yeah, give us a shout or your best offers, and I'll forward them to Pete if anyone's interested. So things escalated quickly there. I am in ownership of the Peugeot 207 again, and I am down a Hyundai I20 1.4 just over, that was in that space over there. I've just also picked up the EOS from the MOT. Need some bits and bobs doing to it. I thought it would be a fly through the MOT, but unfortunately this isn't working, so that needs replacing. The traction control switch is intermittent, so we need to pull that out, clean that out, put it back together again. The headlight adjusters aren't working. Now that could be a world of hurt. That could be a world of hurt. The toggle seems to be working in there. We need to get in and see what's going on with the headlights. Advisories were a rear tyre and a coil spring, so we'll need to do those as well. So that's the danger of agreeing a deal before you know what the MOT is going to be. But anyway, how did it happen? Petey needed something bigger because, as I said, his wife didn't want to drive that. So he wanted to try a few of my cars out. I didn't realise this we came up for, so he tried a few out and fell in love with the Hyundai I20 that I hadn't got prepped yet, that we bought for a subscriber. So he part exchanged back in the little Perso against it. I didn't mind doing that because this actually has, this is ready to go. That wasn't ready to go. The i20 wasn't ready to go. So this has a new MOT on it, which is advisory free. He replaced the window switch for the window. He did the bits of paint on it. I forget what else he did to it during his ownership. He's quite a perfectionist, so they've gone through it. So that is absolutely retail ready. I think it's probably worth 3,495, 3,295. I might just go 2,995 and get it straight out the door. We'll see. Now, the astute amongst you may have also noticed that I have lost pretty much all my Hyundai I10. So I had the light blue one and the red one. I've sold both of those, and I've sold the blue one to a trader who needed it. I do a lot of business with, and he needed a small car for a customer, so that one has gone. So all 3 Hyundai i10s have gone within the space of about 48 hours. So I need to magic up a few of those there. Stock's getting a little bit low again now, actually. I mean, we've got those stickers obviously still in there, the gold Mercedes and the Kia, but those are the only... Oh no, that Mazda's quite a sticker now for some reason. I have no idea why. 2016, I think it's 70,000 miles. Mazda 2, fully kitted out, absolutely everything on it. I got it up for well under Auto Trader, 5,995 for a 2016 car of that spec. Seems really cheap, especially when you consider the 100,000 mile Nissan was 3,995. Not sure what the score is with that, but yeah, no, could definitely do with some more stock. I've got one car coming in from a subscriber again tomorrow, so again, just huge thanks to subscribers. I can't thank them enough for thinking of me when it comes round to selling their car. I've got that automatic Hyundai to pull out of there as well, haven't I? And that one automatic over there to get advertised. And then that's the only retail. I've got the Mocha's sold, so the Perso will be going up, and the 500 and the Qashqai have been up for a week or so now. Yeah, I need to get cracking and find some more stock. So, bit of drama already. Pete is on his way back with the trade sale Hyundai I20. Despite having driven it round and round here loads of times, driven it up and down the road a couple of times, driven it down to drop me off to get the EOS, and from here to Barnstable. When he stopped to get fuel, he put his foot on the clutch and something went bang, and he's got no clutch anymore. So I have had to get hold of the emergency service is Adrian for him to bring the car back here and take his Perso back again. Oh, I can't imagine what has gone wrong with that car, having been absolutely fine up till now. For him to have a snap and no clutch, it's got to be a cable behind the pedal, I'd have thought. But he does say if he puts it in gear and he tries to just start it in gear, it's not moving, which is a strange one. I've not come across that. He's had a look in the engine bay, and it's unfortunately not the old school cable clutches that the i20s have. They've moved to hydraulic on that one. So he says it is hydraulic. We'll double check that when he comes back. But I just can't think what's going on. What a drama. It's always the deals you do that make no money that cause you the most grief, because now I'm going to probably be in it for transport from Adrian and whatever the repair is. Although if that had happened to a customer, I'd have to do it anyway, is the other way of looking at it. But trading cars out to friends never goes well. Never ever goes well. Don't do it, people. Don't forget, everyone, we're in the last few days of the raffle for the Seat Ibiza. So we've got this 2015, 2015 Seat Ibiza, 1 litre, and it's a little sport one. It's got the alloys and everything on it. It's had a recent MOT, which is advisory free, service and all set to go. We'll be coming out with a free warranty as well. Or you can choose £2,500. Tickets are just £2 a ticket. So you can have the car, or £2,500. There's also a second place prize of a TopTom diagnostics machine. And with this raffle, a portion of the proceeds will be going to the Torrington Food Bank. So we always try and support charity on the raffles. This one is Torrington Food Bank. So get in there last few days to win tickets, or last few days to buy tickets to win the Seat Ibiza. I'll put a link in the video description down below.